Sorry for the last interruption, and it just cut off on me. I didn't realize how much space I had on this disc. Like I said, I haven't done a video in a while. And I did want to touch base on a couple other things about the discus. I ended up getting rid of most of them because they just fought a lot. And I ended up getting rid of the plants. For anybody who's getting into discus and Kenny's discus and this and that, my advice is go with a dark tank. Get very low lighting. Let dark bacteria develop. Don't have any plants. And use your sponge filtration. And that's all I did. And once I did that, I had a lot less disease and problems. And my discus settled right in. As a matter of fact, I kept having babies. Of course, I had one live up until they decided to lay eggs again. And I just, with the move from North Carolina to Connecticut, I had no time to take them out. So it was very struggled, and it was kind of sad to see them die a lot. And I got, quite honestly, I got sick of seeing them die. Like, I like to see things grow and be born, and I think that's why I got into corals. And with my daughter, you know, I got out of the saltwater aquarium business because I had a lot of tanks going and this and that, and I just wanted to try something new having my daughter. It would seem like a smart decision. But reef tanks actually can be pretty cheap. All you just got to do is just not buy them like crazy, buy stuff like crazy. Stay away from, you know, becoming a reefaholic is for what you would say. You know, you get a few pieces you like and just grow them out. But anyways, back to the filtration, since the film cut short. Sorry about my husky howling. She's going through a funny heat. Anyways, I wanted to do a lot of this, a review on this Kessel H380. It's a horticulture light, and it's actually designed to grow microalgae. Now, I built this system with I can't really see it because it's buried in all my stuff down here, but I got a Wacky pump that one of my friends had. Same one that gave me some corals, some of my old corals. He has a lot of my old coral. And we've traded back and forth and sold each other back and forth, and he gave me a nice shipment from Connecticut of stuff, and he gave me this pump, and this pump is super powerful. I like the new DC pumps because they save energy, but you can't beat something that has some power and some durability. This was very similar to one of my very first pumps, and it's just a beast. The Wakies, they just run like crazy. So anyways, I decided I was going to do a combination type Triton method. Not full Triton yet because I haven't bought the stuff for it. I'm just doing testing and see if I need to water changes and this and that, but I'm going to go with a full-fledged refugium. Now, I teed off the flow with a bulk reef supply gate valve there to slow down the flow, but I got it wide open. The pump is so powerful that it returns up to the top and then wide open down here, and I put the output right down to the very bottom, and what that does is it makes this Chaeto turn. Right now it's stuck, but it was rolling on the previous video, and it's this way I can have the ball of Chaeto rolling. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep a rolling ball of Chaeto or not. I may try to go with something else. I might add Calerpa or something like that, but I haven't decided. Right now I've got this. The Triton method, you're not supposed to have any sand in the bottom, so I wanted flow down here to just keep the debris up and floating around and stop them from collecting at the bottom. Right now there's nothing in the bottom of this tank. There's a little bit of rock over here for media. My filtration mode, as far as getting rid, excuse me a second, as far as getting rid of nutrients, I'm not going with a filter sock right now. The design of the sump with this 29 gallon, because I had to go a little cheaper in my budget right now. I kind of messed up. I don't have a lot of room in the skimmer area. So what happened was I decided that I was going to try to have a filter sock behind here, and it's really tight getting in there because I have a small biopellet reactor going. Just a little bit of biopellets to try to eat nitrate at first to help keep the nuisance algae down and keeping this Chaeto ball going. I do have some carbon over here, but this is my main filtration. It's just it's like a sponge filter type material, and I just take it out and I rinse it out once a week, just like I would with a filter sock, or wash them in a wash machine. They're just as durable. They do a good job. I got my ATO over here, but my big review is going to be this H380 Kessel. You know, the plant growing light. I'm going to see how it grows the algae in here. I can say in the first couple days of using it, there's been algae, nuisance algae, whether it's biopsis or hail algae growing on the glass. I mean, it's growing everywhere. I stuck some polyurethane colored cutting board material in here to try to shade the biopellet reactor and the skimmer, and that seems to be working real well. But I did want to give you this part 2 of it because I got cut off like that, and I don't like to do that to you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are getting full, you know, a full version of what's going on here. Make it a good update. When I built this tank, I did a lot of DIYing because I just wanted to make sure it was going to be correct. I got my daughter over here, so she wants to see what's going on. She's very interested. But I decided that since I have a daughter, I can't leave the sump open. But since I have the system the way it's going with the Triton method, the light raises the pH and creates a lot more oxygen in the tank. So I don't need a lot of air in the sump. I probably will get a fan blowing in from the back, but I created this little door that just hangs on here with some wall mounts here. And my wife likes it. She says it matches the house. Probably the best looking tank I've ever made. It just kind of hangs on the front with some picture frame mounts. I don't know if I am going to start selling coral. I might start selling coral because I do get some good growth. I definitely have some really good experience and growth with my zoanthids and my torches. I got really good luck with torches. So I may start growing my torches and cutting them and selling them. Zoanthids, pallies. I'm going to start with that. Maybe in a few months. Let's see how things grow. My first system was up for about 6 or 7 months once I got rid of the discus. And it was too small, like I said, but I started growing coral and things were going real well, and I just needed more room, you know, and more lighting. I may tweak the lighting, go with more T5s. I'm not sure how much I like these radions. We're going to see what's happening with the radions. They're the G4 Pros. I got the Reef Link. I mean, it's all set up to work real well. I got them at 50%. Might be a little high right now, but I do like T5 lighting. I like halide lighting. I like the aqua illumination soles that they used to make. I think those are pretty powerful. But I still like T5 and halide more than I like LED. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll end up getting some Reef Brights. I don't know which way I'm going to go with this. I got to see what the Acropora and the bird's nest do. If they grow good for me and I get some growth out of them, I may stay with what I got. We'll have to see what happens. I may need more light. Like I said, this is 75 gallons, so it doesn't need a ton of light, but T5 units usually give you a lot of spread and the coverage is a little better. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, this is Sean's part 2 of the update. Like I said, it's like the tank's 2 weeks in. There's plenty of stuff going on. Here's my daughter. She's trying to see you guys and see me and get my attention. But you know, one day at a time. I'll give you guys updates if I make any changes. There probably won't be much changes just because of the budget. And I'm going to try to keep this thing the way it is for a while and just do maintenance, you know, carbon every couple of weeks or every week. I'm going to try to go to Triton method if I can't afford the testing. I'm just going to try to do it by eyeball as much as possible, but I want to get the supplements so that I can keep my refugium going. But I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know maybe in a month or so. Sorry for the discus fans. If you got any questions about the discus, I did learn a lot about them and I could go back to them at any point. Maybe if I hit lotto or I had a full-time babysitter, I could have both systems, but right now, moving from Connecticut to North Carolina, I'm in an apartment now, and 75 gallons is enough water volume in an apartment. And that's why I chose the bottom floor. But I'll let you guys know. Any comments, like, subscribe, and I'll reply. Thanks, guys.